Hey guys, Carlos with IQ Power Tools, Head of Product Development. In today's video, we're going to walk you through the 1550 startup guide, including installing a blade, emptying out the dustbin, and any possible trouble codes you may have. So let's get to it. Put a little bit of force down on the handle to release tension from the saw head. Undo the locking knob in the back, then come up to your lever on the gas cylinder, tilt it up, and then your saw head will raise up to the blade removal position. From this side of the tool, we'll be removing the blade cover. It's 5mm hex key and an 8mm internally for the arbor. There is a tool provided that you can use if you don't have access to power tools. We'll start by removing these 4 bolts. They are captive bolts, so you don't have to worry about them falling off. There is 5, by the way, not 4. Now we have access to the arbor. We'll remove this arbor key here, place it down, remove the thrust washer, place it down, grab your blade, and ensure that your Q drive arbor is clocked properly. There we go. Reinstall your thrust washer. Your bolt. And tighten back down. Grab your blade cover. Get it in position. I like to start a couple by hand to make sure that we are properly engaged. Come back in. There we are. All 5 are installed now. In the case you have a new rolling table with uncut louvers, make sure you remove the locking pin, slide it back, roll out the table. This will give you clearance to lower the saw head into operating position. With the blade installed and the rolling table slid out of the way, we can lower the saw head into operating position. Start by pulling the lever down, engaging the locking pin here to ensure it fully engages. Then grab the lever knob on the gas cylinder and tilt it forward. Now we're ready to cut. Using the provided power cable, start by connecting the machine side, ensuring the cap engages in the clip here. Take your other side and connect to your power source. We're ready to go. Now that you're plugged into your power source, let's go ahead and turn on the machine on the back here. Press the green button and you'll hear the control box kick on. Let's go over the buttons on the operator side of the machine. Depending on your model, you may have a 4-button array or a 3-button array. On the 4-button models, the first light is a LED amperage indicator. So once you hit about 18 amps or so, this will start turning on, which is a signal for you to start backing off your workpiece a little bit and let the RPMs kick back up. If you do push too much force for too long, it will pop the breaker. So be mindful of that. Next one is E-stop. If you do push the E-stop button, it will cut off all power to the machine and you will have to restart it with the green button on the back of the machine. Next is our on-off button. I'll push the button here, you'll see the white LED light kick on. And if I turn it off too soon, the LED light stays on and you'll have to wait about 15-20 seconds for the system to reboot and you'll be able to turn the machine back on from the operator position. So we'll wait for that one to cycle off. There we go. Now we're good to turn the machine back on. Last button is your filter agitator tab. I'll go ahead and press this. You can hear the audible click of the filter spinning, and there's agitator tabs to knock off all the excess dust. Do this every 30 minutes or an hour or so, depending on how frequently you're cutting. This will keep the vacuum system operating at optimal speed and RPM and ensure that it's capturing all the dust. Let's go over the steps of emptying the dustbin. First, lower the lever on the side of the machine. Come back to the front, pull out your dustbin, and dispose of properly. Once completed, install your dustbin. There is a positive stop on the machine. Then you can raise a lever again, and we're good to go. Next, let's go over some common troubleshooting issues. The most common issue we've seen is under voltage. The machine does require 220 to 240 volt supply power and will cut off at 200 volts flat. In some cases, there's been customers who are under the impression they have 240 volt, and in fact it's 208. So at the machine, you'll only see 190 volts or so, and the machine will never kick on properly. Another common issue is the e-stop button being left engaged, like so. In this case, make sure you twist to the right, it disengages, then you can go to the back of the machine and hit the green on-off button again. Then you can proceed with cutting. Another common issue is overloading the system. If the operator feeds the material through the blade with excess force, it'll pop this breaker located here. At this point, you'll have to pull out the lever, push it back in. This will reboot the system, and then you can come to the back of the machine and kick on the green button again. You can continue cutting from this stage.